This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some, but now this life is a long ride, it was strife. The test of a man is how survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times.
Okay, this not my first time in this hemisphere. Lord knows I've been here, I fucked up before, so I understand my condition here. Born no knowledge of self, though my parents' efforts was sincere. Became a thunderous wanderer, lost in this biosphere. Nana on her deathbed, telling me I'm tired, dear. At the age of 4, that was yesteryear. Now I'm at 34, showing signs of her spirit here. Too young to think of rest beyond the stratosphere. Became known to love through the trust ish that never healed. Damage people, watch your step in this minefield. Best believe I tell you these demons are real. Your flesh know yourself, been praying for Lord to interfere. God knows I've been going through shit. Even through it all, I found lessons in it. Though my soul has never found peace with every step, I gain strength, so I swear I'll never quit.
This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some, but now this life is a long ride, it was strife. The test of a man is how survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times. Choose your life.
The test of a man is the grit that he daily shows. The way he stands up on his feet and takes like bumps and blows. In this furnace of affliction, you can't be no hoe. The character of a man ain't shown when things are good, when things are low. Lord knows I didn't walk through the fire, feet to the coals. Had a couple demons try to take my soul, while leaving footprints in the sand as I stroll. In this mission of ascension, for this vessel gets sold. Generational curses sometimes take their toll. No man is a prophet in the land of his home. In a man's household are many foes. Family means well, but most times they pigeonhole. I pray the Father welcomes this prodigal son home. Just living out my life, right in my wrongs. If I die tonight, no fear, my soul lives on.
This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some, but now this life is a long ride, it was strife. The test of a man is how survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times. Choose your life. This life is a long ride.
Clap it up. Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Tonight is Tuesday Brotherhood class. I'm Preaching Officer Dwar Yala. Right now we're gonna get straight to it. Salakia for the late delay. You know the white man is the devil out here. You know we've been having power outages all throughout Houston, but it's not gonna stop the truth from coming out. So we gonna, you know, we fully juiced up now and we live and connected. So we about to get straight to it. I'm gonna bring out, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna discuss today. I don't know if I got anybody reading for me today, so like, if not, it's Tawab, I got it. You know, we gonna get into why brotherhood is necessary for the kingdom and why is it the foundation of the scriptures and why is it so important? You know, like Christ is the greatest revolutionary to walk the face of the planet Earth. But the tactic and the strategy he used is still baffling people to this day because you can't fully comprehend it without being in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You can't fully understand how to topple a kingdom with brotherhood and topple a kingdom with, you know, like there's been people who tried to use elements of the strategy throughout different periods of time, but they missed the key component of it. which is true. One is serving the Lord. You know, you can't do anything without serving the Lord. But two is true brotherhood according to the Spirit of Christ. You know, the Spirit of the Lord. So we're gonna get Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, and we're gonna talk about how that strategy differs from the strategies that you've seen in like the Panther movement, or you've seen with you know, Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. You know, they did different things that would seemingly be, you know, revolutionary and be able to topple this empire, this Babylon the Great whore. But it didn't work. One, because they didn't have the Lord with them, and two, because they didn't have true brotherhood.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world.
Ye are the light of the world. So right now, you know, in Houston, you know, or just in the coast right now, you know, there's a lot of people without light right now. And the scriptures is saying that we are the light. Like, we help each other to navigate through. If you don't have light, you in darkness. You are in darkness. And if you ever been a brother out here, like, you know what I'm saying, like, out here on your own and out here, you know, on your rod, per se, you know, like, just out here just struggling, you know how tough it is. You know how tough it is. Having one brother that you could trust changes your whole life outlook. And the scriptures are saying that we are the light of the world. We the ones that illuminate the darkness for others that can't see. You know, you come into this truth and you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you get in the Spirit of Christ, you become a light to the world. Like, everywhere you go, you illuminating the area. Like, you shining bright. Like, you like, everybody sees you. Like, what do they call celebrities? They call celebrities stars, because they say that they shining bright. And then you see, you know, like, some people get approached, you know, people like some of my brothers, we walking out and people think they celebrities. They like, hey, I know I seen you somewhere. Like, you know, like, you do something, don't you? It's like, yeah, I do the work of the Lord. I'm a priest. You know, that's what we do. You know, we serve the Lord, and you could be one too. You could change your ways, and just how you, like, I'm just like you, brother. Really, I just decided to change change the filthy ways I had and come serve the Lord, and care for my brothers, and care for my people enough to change who I am, so that they can rise and be out of this damn hellish condition. Salaki, sir, keep going.
God, a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
You're the light of the world. A city that is set in a high place. A city, if you put a city on a hill, you can't hide that. You can't hide it. And we're going to get into some more scriptures, but that's just how Christ was coming. Christ was coming that city on a hill. Like, Christ walked by, and brothers that they slaved, they looking at him shine. Like, this brother is just a brother walking past. But his light was shining so bright. He was out there beaming, Willie beaming. You can't hide that. A city set on a hill can't be hid means, hey, that's a whole city. A whole city in the sky. Set on a hill. You can't hide that. Keep going, sir.
God, verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. So, you know, like right now, these people without power, they're not gonna have a light source in their house and just cover it with a blanket. So that there's no more light. Why even have the light if you're gonna cover it up? So the scripture is saying right here, like, let your light shine. Let you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments shine. Let you showing ultimate brotherhood shine. Let everybody see it. When other people is out there like looting the stores, we out there giving out food and clothes. We don't hide. When everybody else was scared of COVID, we was on them same corners that we was on before COVID. Because we wasn't hiding. We was letting our light shine. We was out here showing that we are all about these scriptures, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, caring about our brothers and sisters. We not hiding that light, and neither should you, because that light brings more light. Because if you were able to be a light, and then you take somebody out of the darkness and they become a light, next thing you know, we out there shining so bright. We out here shining so bright that we can't not be the kingdom.
Right.
If every brother is out here letting their light be shining like this, where now all the darkness is exposed. Them people that's hiding in the darkness, them people that's drug trafficking or drug traders, like General Muhammad brought out, them people that's in all them these human trafficking, all these dragonian, you know what I'm saying, professions that they got, they out there doing all that. They can't hide in the darkness no more, because that's what happens in this kingdom. People is getting paid from being wicked right now. People is getting paid. It's wickedness in high places, and them people that you see at the top, they the most wicked usually. They making them coins and them profits off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's how they profited, and they hiding in the dark with it too. That's why people still don't. Our people still don't even believe that, you know, the white man is the devil.
Right.
Like that's something like it's so common and basic to us, but these other nations along with the white man too, because they've joined together in crafty counsel against us. Our people can't even see that they do that. They can't see that they benefit. We vote every whatever, what is it, every 4 years or every election period. We vote again thinking it's going to be something different, because they keep saying them words that's smoother than butter. And right. We keep going, and our people keep going for it. Keep going for it. Keep going for it. The damn, what's the owner of the old owner of the, what was it, the Clippers? Donald right. Sterling or something like that? He came out, called the whole team monkeys. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come out and do it. He got exposed with his, you know, his side piece. He had a, I believe she was an Israelite. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one, but he had, you know, she felt compelled enough, you know, to expose him and let the world know that he basically calling his players monkeys and slaves. And what happened? Nothing. The NBA seemingly took him out of that role, but what happened? His wife was able to regain responsibility. He didn't skip a beat. He didn't lose a dollar. He just couldn't publicly be a damn bigot. Right. Because, you know, the NBA, that's a bad look for the NBA when the majority of the NBA is blacks and Hispanics. And the majority of the people consuming the NBA is, you know, is global. It's global now. So they don't want to lose that, you know, they don't want to lose that hold on their money, because that's all they care about. That's all the white man cares about, is their damn money. But that devil did that, and the players couldn't. The players is so restricted by the white man and confined that they couldn't do anything but turn their jerseys inside out and hoop. That's a destroyed people right there. And these are millionaires. These are people that have millions of dollars. You like how think of how little of a backbone as a people we have if we just get called. Like if your boss at your job just comes out and, you know, if you a sister and he just calls you, hey, you stupid black bitch. You gonna steal? What you gonna do? You know, turn my name badge backwards and just clock back in? It's a lucky for my language, but hey, that's what they did. That's how little, and that's because just like you need that job to support your family, they thought the same thing. Like, man, I need this job to support my family. But them brothers and that sister, you don't have this light right here. You don't have this light right here, because this light that Christ has showed. When he came by, and the light that he had shining, this light has brothers put down their slaves. This light can't be hid. And you want this light more than anything, because this light is the kingdom. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ruling the earth in righteousness under Christ and keeping these laws, that's the kingdom of heaven. And that kingdom of heaven is so glorious it's so glorious that the entire world bears witness to our scriptures. They don't even know what the scriptures actually mean, but just the idea of it. You know, it's just the idea of these scriptures, man, the idea of a man, you know, Jesus Christ just being perfect and caring about his people so much that he sacrificed himself. What white man is sacrificing themselves for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You couldn't even get a white man to take his knee off a brother's neck. You got a white woman coming in a man's house and gunning him down while he eating ice cream. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And it's so blatantly in your face every day And the fact that you can't see it means that you in darkness still.
Right.
Salakia, the oppressor the Bible speaks of. Salakia. And we all know who the oppressor is, who's oppressing the damn. You can't even go into the water without the oppressor. BP oil spill, the oppressor. All of these conditions that's going on around the earth is from the oppressor. Salakia, sir, some more on that?
Con. But on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
So you don't put a light under a bush. You put it on a candlestick. Just like that city on the hill, you put it in a high place for everybody to see. You put it in a place that's going to illuminate the darkness. You put it in a place that's going to shine in the house. Keep going, sir.
Come, verse 16. Let your light shine, Slakia. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works, and Slakia, and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
It says, let your light so shine before men, so that they can see your good works. And all of that is to give glory to the Lord. This is all about the Lord getting the glory, because he's the one that deserves the glory. He's the one that made blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans above all nations. We, and when I say we, our forefathers and ancestors, who, you know, we know in the Israelite School, Universal and Practical Knowledge, are us. We disobeyed the law. We disobeyed the Lord. We departed from his way. And now we in this condition we in now, trying to get back to glory, trying to get back to the glory of the Lord, trying to get back to the garden, trying to get back to prosperity. And us getting back to prosperity comes with us letting our light shine before men. We let our light shine before men. And that light is our good works. And what are our good works? I'm gonna let the scripture say. Keep going, sir.
Come, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Think what, sir?
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophet. This is Christ talking. Everybody saying they ain't got to keep the law because of Christ. This is Christ out of his own mouth saying, think not that I am come to destroy the law. And the law is our good works. Keeping the law is our good works. Serving the Lord, being in the spirit of brotherhood. That's the good works. That's how you let your light shine. Keep going, sir.
God, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Christ fulfilling the law is Christ living a perfect life, sacrificing himself for us so that we can see, man, we got a brother that is not only the epitome and example of brotherhood, but also a brother that like sacrificed himself so I could be alive right now, because I deserve to die. I deserve death. And when we take that into our spirit, then we approach our brothers and sisters that's in darkness with that spirit of Christ. We don't come and look down on them for not keeping the law. We just let our light shine. We let our light shine. We don't have to condemn them. All we got to do is just be a light. And if they can follow their way to the light, Most High in Christ. Drop that for me, sir. And let me get Mark 1:17, Bible Kashah. Because this just right now, you know, the Lord made us fishers. The Lord made Christ a fisher of men, and Christ gave us the example. And if you're a brother in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, you are a fisher of men too. We out here fishing. We fishing our brothers and sisters so that we can create the kingdom for Christ to rule over on earth.
All right.
We understand that all of this is on earth. We understand that we serving the Lord on earth, and we getting judged for our actions on earth, and our judgment will be carried out back on earth. So we're just trying to teach our brothers and sisters that there are consequences for your actions. No, you don't only live once. No YOLO. That's not the truth according to the scriptures. You definitely live more than once. Go ahead, sir, of course.
So like if I could, what's so heavy about what you're saying, especially like with the fishing aspect, like I just thought of, an analogy where it's like the fish that's in the, that you fishing, let's say you going to a lake and you fishing out this lake. Well, the fish that's in the lake don't really know that it's danger in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like in that lake is predators and it's all types of stuff, but they feel like, they cool cuz they living, cuz they in water. So they just, living their best life. But we trying to show them a different body of water. We trying to show them a separate body of water, a holy body of water. You know what I'm saying? That's going to keep them safe from predators. That's protected by a glass aquarium. It keeps all the things that could harm them out, and where they could just live free in this aquarium. And that's what we doing with our people. We trying to fish them out of the water, out of this earth. You know what I'm saying? Out of this wickedness that they don't understand that danger lurks. They don't know it because they live in their best life on this earth, and they don't understand. Like it goes to the part where you said how, that's the reason why our people don't even really understand that the oppressor is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing is half the battle. Once they understand that the oppressor is the devil, because they've been bamboozled, just because their life hasn't been a struggle, they feel like, oh, it ain't, well, the oppressor haven't been oppressing me. I'm fine. So they go and continue to live the life the way they do. But once, even if you're not being oppressed, you have to look at it from the view of all your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's more important, you or the majority of the people? So, I just wanted to bring that analogy with the fish, and that was real heavy.
Hey, damn right, Adawan. Hey, I appreciate that too. That's very heavy of an analogy that you pose too, because that we just trying to take you out of these dangerous waters. Like we already out the waters. We've already left that. Like you got sharks circling around you, and we looking from outside in are trying to tell you that, hey, you can, like, you basically saying, hey, I'm in this water because it's a whole bunch of food. It's a whole bunch of things for me to eat on, and I'm enjoying it. But we trying to tell you, hey, that food is a trap. That food, all them things you enjoying in that water is a trap. And you falling for the trap, and you need to get out the water or you're going to die. You're going to die in that water. And we in a whole, and we in the water that, like, you don't even know what the blue water looks like. The water's so clean over here, you don't even think it's water. The water, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Salaki, cut you off, man. One more thing, another thing too is when as a fisher that fishes, right, you use bait and you put it on the hook. So let's say the fish bite the hook, yeah, it's gonna hurt, right? So coming into this walk, it's gonna be painful. You're gonna have to, you're gonna leave that behind, but once you get unhooked off that hook and you start to experience life on this side of it, then the pain goes away. Then you start to understand the benefits of it. And it's just so, the whole fishing aspect is so heavy. That's why Christ said, I will make you fishers of, like, for Christ to even and fish and stuff like that, like it's extremely heavy, man. So like,
no, damn right, sir. Damn right. It is heavy because a fish can't, a fish don't see the entire body of water. A fish is just moving through it. And we being fishers, like a fisherman can see the water. The fisherman has you strategize and you plan and you can see, like he said, you put a certain bait on the hook, you come out at a certain time of day. And Christ, we're gonna let the scripture say. You got that for me, sir? Salaki.
Come, it's the book of Mark, chapter 1, verse 17. And Yahushua said unto them, come ye after me, and I will make you to be, Salaki, and I will make you to become fishers of men.
Christ said, come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. He talking to James and John. That's what they follow. They actually out fishing right now. And Christ being so cold, he just, man, you out there, hey, just follow me and you gonna fish men. You gonna fish men. And them seeing Christ's light shine like it was, Christ Christ being in the spirit and being perfect, they were convicted. They decided to follow him. Well, keep going. So we're going to let the scriptures tell you.
Come on, verse 18. And straightway they forsook their nets and followed him.
How many people in today's society is gonna quit their job and follow after a man that just says, just telling them like, hey, just follow me, and you know, and I'm gonna make you out here fish men. Quit your job, and man, you at Walmart stocking shelves. I'm gonna make you stock the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna look at you at Walmart like, hey, I don't think I can pay my rent with the stock of the kingdom of heaven. And that's why this walk of the truth is a spiritual walk. Your spirit and your flesh war against each other. So walking in a spiritual walk, you naturally are going to go against the flesh. It's naturally going to go against the ways of this world. Being a sister in the truth, it's difficult because your spirit, you've been brought up in a place that tells you that you are the prize. And then you come into the truth and you recognize that these men are the prize. You have to change your way of thinking. A system designed to oppress the black, Hispanic, and Native American man is doing that because if they are not oppressed, and if they get back to their heritage and culture in this truth, they become a light for the world to see that can't be hid. No, these other nations don't have that light. They don't have the capability to shine like that. The only way they can shine is in Esau's kingdom, in this kingdom. This is how they get their shine. By following after the oppressor in his ways and his wickedness. But when it comes to the kingdom of heaven, you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans shine by keeping these laws, being in the spirit of brotherhood. In the kingdom of heaven, right now in this kingdom, you walk by and you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans right now. In all this power outages and all this flooding, there are people under bridges right now. There are brothers and sisters trying to survive under bridges right now, in the water. Do they care about them? Do these other nations even consider them right now? They don't. Because they don't have this light right here. They're not able to shine. They're not able to, you know what? Let me go and make sure that these brothers and sisters is fed. Let me make sure these brothers and sisters ain't drowning. That light right there, that type of spirit is the light of the kingdom of heaven. That's the light that the brothers and sisters who are help building the kingdom of heaven for Christ to rule over, that's the light that they have. That's the light that you use to fish men out of the darkness. When brothers see us at camp and they see us handing out food and handing out water and handing out clothes and calling the oppressor the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, they're so foreign to them that they just draw near. And it's brothers and sisters from all walks of life. We didn't have brothers pull up in Rolls Royces, new Rolls Royce truck. Brothers then pulled up off the corner, just sleep. Been out there sleep on the corner. But they pull up because that light is shining. It's blinding them. They seeing brothers in the spirit of Christ. And that's the same light that Christ came with and approached these two brothers with. Keep going, sir. Baba Kasha.
Come, verse 19. And when he had gone a little farther thence, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, who also were in the ship mending their nets.
So these brothers was in the ship mending their nets, and they caught a glimpse of Christ, and they heard him say, hey man, put that down and follow me, and I'm gonna make you fishers of men. And let's see what they did.
God, verse 20. And straightway he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the ship with the hired servants, and went after him.
They left their father. They left the ship with the hired servants. They had it good over there. These brothers is fishing with their father. They got servants. They out there doing their thing. But Christ's light was shining so bright, they had to drop it. That's them they spirit bearing witness. That's them recognizing that, you know what, there's more to life than just only living once and checking a bag. Drop that for me, sir, and let me get Ecclesiastes 4 and 13. Because oftentimes, especially in this society too, because, people don't even know. The oppressor is so much of a devil that he has the world fooled between the idea of, how do I want to say this? People think that capitalism is the only model for trade and commerce. The oppressor is so much of a devil that he has the entire world using a system that benefits just him. The capitalist model, capitalism and commerce are two different things. They use, in a capitalist society, everybody is reaching for money for themselves. That's why, there was so much propaganda against socialism for so long in America. They spoke so much against the socialist commies and all. They were so hell-bent in making sure that nobody even adopted the idea of socialism, because just the idea that it can threaten capitalism. And capitalism just means that they're able to accrue all the wealth for themselves. They have a economic model where, people who have the majority of the money can position themselves to control all of the money, as opposed to a system where it's distributed evenly. Read that when you got it for me, sir. Baba Kashaf.
Say Ecclesiastes
4 and 13. Baba Kashaf.
Come, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 13. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king.
Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king. Why is the scripture saying that it's better for you to be poor and wise than old and foolish? Or than a foolish king, meaning that you've amassed great wealth? That's because the wisdom is outside of money. Wisdom and knowledge and understanding have nothing to do with how much your earning potential, how much capital you gain. It has nothing to do with money, which is why it's hard for people to understand why you would leave your slave and follow after Christ. Christians read these same scriptures, but they don't understand the spirit. They thinking in prosperity doctrine. The more you have, the more the Lord is with you. But right here it's saying, better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king. Keep going, sir.
Kalamakan. Who would no more be admonished?
Who isn't going to be regarded? Like these scriptures, our wisdom in the UPK and how everything we do is based off brotherhood. Like if my brother is hungry, then I'm hungry, because whatever I got to split with him. We have to regard each other. That's how we let our light shine. If one of us is hungry, we all hungry. If one of us is in pain, we all in pain, because we suffer together. We suffer together, and there's no more poignant point than the Day of Atonement, which is coming tomorrow, where we all will be suffering together. We all choose to suffer together to serve our Lord. We all gonna be suffering together, and we're gonna do it with gladness. You're not gonna see us out there in the streets looking like we hurting. We're gonna look like we gonna still be letting our light shine. We're not gonna be looking like, oh, I'm so hungry. We're gonna rejoice because we get to serve the Lord. And I'm afflicted just like my brothers afflicted with me. We gonna be together. We're gonna be one body. Any more on that, sir?
No,
Matter of
unless you want
fact,
to go to.
yeah, drop that Baba Kashaf. And let me get Hebrews 2 and 17. Like this, everything in the scriptures is about brotherhood. Bro, that's why brotherhood is so essential. Christ is the ultimate brother. Like the brotherhood is the foundation of everything. Like who dies for anybody if they not showing brotherhood?
Right.
Like why would he die for us? Just like if you a big brother, you go out there and put yourself in the line of fire. If you are a good big brother, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know everybody's big brother. You know, I'm only speaking for brothers in the Israelite school, universal and practical knowledge. I'm not speaking for brothers outside of the body. But if you're a brother in this school, you happy to take a lick for your brother. You happy to put yourself in the line of fire to save your brother. Like that's because that's what Christ did. Christ did that to glorify the Lord. You got that, sir?
Come on, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 17. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren.
Ooh-wee. It said in something.
In all things.
In all things. Wherefore it behooved you to be made as your brethren. It's saying that we just like each other. Christ was newsflash for Christians. Christ was a man, born of a man and a woman, just like his brethren. He was made just like us, which is why it's so beautiful of an example for us to show that we can be perfect too. Christ being made like, if Christ wasn't made like us, everybody would have the excuse to, hey, I can't do that. Christ was made from a supernatural rod. You know, the Lord then shot that load down to that sister. Christ was made just like us. Joseph had her. They knew each other. And them knowing each other means they had sex. And them having sex, they had a child. Just like how you know a man or a woman, you know how y'all know each other? That's the same way they knew each other, and they had the same result. Coming just how you grew up in the hood, they came from the hood too. What good thing come from Nazareth? What good thing come from Fifth Ward? Right. Just how they did it, that's exactly how we do it. And just how Christ did it, that's exactly how we can do it too. You can keep these laws. You can be perfect. Christ gave you a second chance at it. We didn't know, I didn't grow up in the truth. I wasn't fortunate enough to grow up in the truth. But I was fortunate enough to make it to the truth. And I'm sure as hell gonna try to endure unto the end with my brothers. Any more on that, sir?
God, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make reconciliation for the saints of the people.
To make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
It's like the sin.
So Christ, basically, no sweat, sir. Christ being such a brother, made like unto his brethren, made just like us, that he might be merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Lord. That's why there's no greater honor than being a priest. Like being a priest in the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, is the greatest honor a man can have. Like you being able to be the light to bring your people out of darkness, that's a beautiful thing. And Christ, and we do this because we recognize that Christ did it too. Christ did the same thing. Do I want any more than that? Go ahead, let me get verse 18. Baba Kashaf.
God, verse 18. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted.
So, just how you tempted, Christ was tempted too. Like, that's a part of the long suffering. The long suffering is having to be around the world but not be in the world. You got all these people around you talking about you only live once. There's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, smoking a little weed. There's nothing wrong with just leaving your woman. And, you know, we suffer these things. We be tempted, but we recognize that there's something greater than this. There's a body of water that doesn't have these sharks hunting us. That body of water is the kingdom. And you're only going to get that to the kingdom through brotherhood. The only reason I'm here right now is because of these men above me, these brothers. These brothers let their light shine so bright that I had to know more. I had to know what's so different about you brothers? What is it that you brothers is doing that you are just shining like this? And then you learn the bitter sweetness of the truth. It's sweet like honey because it's like, man, damn, the Lord only loves blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Damn, I'm a black, Hispanic, and Native American. That's very sweet sounding. Christ only died for me? Damn. That sounds very sweet. But there's some bitterness that comes along with it too. The bitterness is that you was living a life that you wasn't supposed to be living. You was filthy, and that you need to be cleaned up. It's bitter in saying that, you know what, you're going to have to endure affliction. It's going to be hard. It's not, this walk of this truth is a long ride. Like Officer Tazda said so eloquently at the beginning of class. It's a long ride. That's why it says endure. He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And you know how you endure? You know how you make it easier to endure? By being a light to your brothers. Helping your brothers, you know what I'm saying, like get through their dark periods. Because if you a light to them, it's brothers that's a light to you too. Brothers is shining for you too, helping you through. Brotherhood is how we get through this. The disciples followed after Christ because he was shining. And when Christ left them, they was able to shine from what he taught them. Any more on that, sir? That's the end of 18?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me get John 12 and 32, Baba Kasha. I'm only going to have a few more scriptures.
This is the book of John, chapter 12, verse 32. So not. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me.
Will draw all men unto me. Christ. This is about us drawing each other in. This is about brothers who are black, Hispanic, and Native Americans shining what they like, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and drawing towards Christ. All these brothers that I will die for, that I'll kill for and be killed for, we got one thing in common. That we bear witness to these scriptures and acknowledge that Christ died for us. And that we need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And that we can only get that truth here in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. That's the part that's difficult for a lot of people in the conscious community or these fake Israelites to recognize. And that's because you don't really understand what true brotherhood is. True brotherhood is brothers trying to sabotage a Passover and Commander General YAHANNA still inviting brothers to come to the Passover. That's true brotherhood. And you ain't going to get that brotherhood nowhere other than the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Any more on that, sir? Salaki.
Unless you want to go to 33.
No. Drop that. Let me get Jeremiah 16 and 16. Baba Kashan. Because it ain't always going to be like this. Like these brothers, hey, don't get it twisted. Brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, yeah, they got the ultimate brotherhood. But don't think that they is Christians or soft. Brothers be waiting on the order to fall on people.
Right.
Brothers be I be surprised at how disciplined some of my brothers is, knowing where they came from. Like my brothers got the like they waiting on the orders. Con out of one con when it's wartime. They waiting on the order. Like brothers is, and that's just a testament to the discipline and the restraint. That's also a part of the suffering. Brothers brothers have been in the truth so long, like man, you know, we all getting oppressed and we feeling each other's pain. Man, some brother we used to let that aggression out, like we used to find ways to let the aggression out that we no longer have. We don't have the same ways we used to let our aggression out. You got that, sir?
Come on, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall.
Salaki, sir, what did it say?
And after will I send for many hunters.
It says, and after I will send for many hunters. So that means right now, the Lord is sending fishers. The Lord using these brothers to fish. And how they fishing? They letting their light shine. They showing that they changed. They showing that change is possible for you too, because they came right where you came from. They came from North Memphis, South Memphis. They came from where you came from. And they was able to change. So why are you not able to change? They fishing you right now. They trying to let you know, like, hey, it's somewhere sweeter. It's a better body of water that we could be at. But it says after what, sir?
And after will I send for many hunters.
It says, and after will I send for many hunters. What does a hunter do?
Kill.
A hunter kills. Hunters kill. Hunters track down prey. And just how exceptional these brothers are at fishing, because like I said, I wouldn't be here without these brothers. Don't for a minute doubt they have the same ability as being exceptional hunters.
Right.
They are exceptional. And they've been in the weight so long and so much restraint and discipline that Lord be with whoever they hunting after, whatever prey they seeking. Keep going, sir.
Come, and they will hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
And they going, and all of these, whatever order Christ gives, or Commanding General YAHANNA, or any man above me gives me, it's gonna be con on the one con, and I'm gonna get it done. We gotta go to the clefts of the rocks and all this. And the third, we gladly doing that. Just like we gladly go out to the corners and fish our brothers. The scriptures say, paraphrasing, the angels rejoice when one person come into the body. Any questions online? I know we done ran a little. We'll make it a short class today because I don't want to hold these brothers up. If there's any questions online, type your questions in. Lord allow, we'll be willing to answer them. Be able to. You see any questions, sir? With that, we got the Day of Atonement coming up. Tomorrow at sundown till Thursday at sundown. Any able-bodied brothers and sisters that is not, that don't have health complications that keep them from, keeping this high holy day, are expected to be out here without food or water for sundown to sundown with their brothers and sisters. Sisters, if you're pregnant, do not attempt to keep this high holy day. Your husband keeping it is you keeping it, if he is able to. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. Commander General YAHANNA uses that tithe money to help brothers and sisters fish more brothers and sisters.
Right.
To help brothers and sisters feed their households. To help children not be starving and not be homeless. He ain't out here buying a mega church. He ain't out here buying Rolls Royces and Lear jets. So if you wanna truly help the priests and prophets of the Lord, pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Ron. Let's give him a hand.
We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayasharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Day of Atonement, which is the 10th day of the 7th month, which is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. Out of the book of Leviticus, chapter 27 through 32. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And those are the security announcements. We got one more announcement. Brothers and sisters, Google search the school and request directions prior to departure to school. Once arrived, click the website button. If you have pictures, you can upload them there. And also call the Google number. And that concludes all announcements.
And with that, Amanium, which means to stand. I'm going to do a courtesy salute to the brothers, then the sisters, men of Israel. Ma'im Shabbat, Ma'im, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah, Gazmatah, Sar, face the sisters, men of Israel. Ma'im Shabbat, Ma'im, Barak, Yahweh Shema Atam Ba Shem Yahweh Shah, Gazmatah, dismissed.